you guys. I wanted to share something with you that is going to be very important when this time comes. And we know this time is coming because of what we see happening. There's also a link in the video of a guy I've been watching for quite some time, and I do believe that he hears from the Father. There's going to come a time when people are going to be forced, but it would be up to you to accept the mark, whatever it be. And you're saying, how can they force me if I say no, no, no? Well, let me ask y'all something. I want you to look over at your babies, whether they're 8 or whether they're 30. They're your babies. Look at your spouse. Look at your mom, your dad, your cousin. Look at a loved one. Now imagine being in a room where that loved one is being put on a table, as all of you family members are there watching that loved one on that table. And you're being told, take the mark, and we won't do it. And you all know what they're about to do to your loved one. How many of you are going to fold, seeing your loved one there? Your wife, your husband, your child, your dear child. And that child or spouse is laying on that table, crying, scared, staring at all of you to help them, but there's nothing you can do. And then they start to do the most horrific things you could imagine. I don't think I have to explain that to you. We've all seen movies. We know what torture is. How many of you could stand there, literally watch this happen, and still stay silent and say, no, I won't take the mark? Not many of you are going to be spiritually prepared to say no. You will cave, you will give in to spare that loved one. Now let me share with you why you shouldn't do that. How you can find rest in our Father to not give in. And if you prepare your family for this, it will make things, I don't even want to say easier, it will make it tolerable. Should this happen to you, you'll have knowledge of it ahead of time. We are promised by our Father that to believe in Him and He will give us rest. And I believe this 100%. The reason I believe this 100% is because if you knew me and my Charlie, I adored that man. He was everything. Every year for my birthday, my family would want to do something because we always got together as a family on our birthdays. And every year for my birthday, they would say, where's Lena? And they'd say, oh, she's with her Charlie. Became somewhat of a joke, but a loving one. because I just adored him, and I just wanted, I couldn't get enough of him. When he died, because I was awake, because I understood a lot, when he died, the Father gave me rest, peace. I did not mourn the way I always thought I would. Should something like that happen? That night, when I got home, it was like an hour and a half drive home. When I got home, I got confirmation that my husband was in heaven. He was on the mountain of the Lord. And it was amazing how he showed me this. I was folding laundry, these little hand towels, and I was crying, you know, just tears. And I started talking to our Father, and I said, you know, I've done what I believe you wanted me to do. I've been following you, and Charlie was never a strong believer, but he did accept you. And I just would hope that, and I pray that you find favor with me, and that you take my Charlie to heaven, because that's all that mattered to me. And as I'm saying this, and I'm talking out loud, Jeremy was with another family. They kept him for a few days for me. So I was here alone. And as I was saying this, I had my laptop on, and I saw the video called Dreams and Visions, and so I just clicked it on, and while I'm folding the towels and I'm listening, and all of a sudden, in monotone, like it came out, all of a sudden this guy is telling about one of his dreams, and he says, and there I was on the mountain of the Lord, and I'm looking up, and who do I see? I see my stepdad, Charlie. Now, his name is Charles, but we call him Charlie. And we know that mountain is the mountain of the Lord. Now, I'm folding towels, and I'm praying to the Father to find favor with me, to please take my Charlie to heaven. And as I'm praying this, I'm listening to this Dreams and Vision video, but I'm not really paying attention to it. And all of a sudden, this jumps out and says that to me. What are the chances of the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of videos I could have clicked on to just have something on? But I click on this one. And at the same time I'm praying and talking to our Father, that jumps out. And I hear it. That was the Father giving me rest. That was the Father giving me peace. I did not mourn for Charlie the way I ever thought I would. I thought it would be a basket case. I thought it would be. Now I was torn up about it, yes. Did I cry? I miss him. I miss him. But I don't mourn for him. He was lucky enough to get out of here before all this happened. But the Father gave me rest. He gave me peace. And I'm telling you this story, which is true, 100%. I'm telling you this because the days are going to come when you're going to be in a position of having to choose. And what I'm going to tell you is, when this happens, they might not even allow you to close your eyes. You may be forced to watch. Within yourself, talk to the Father. Just pray to Him. Say, Father, please give me peace. Please help me get through this. Do not let my loved one suffer. Because what you're going to see, if that person that is on that table cries out to the Father, He will pull him out of that. You will see the human flesh being destroyed. You will hear the human flesh screaming and crying out. But if that person screams out to the Father will pull them out of that. And he will be standing next to the Father. Well, this is going on. So what you perceive they're feeling, they're not. I know this takes a lot of faith to do, but find rest in him that it's true. Find rest to know that when they can only do it for so long. Find peace to know that when it's over, they're with the Father. This is going to be one of the most difficult things you may ever have to go through in your life. But if you prepare your family, prepare your wife, your kids, prepare them as a family, get together and talk about this. Some of you people might say, you know what? I will go get the mark so I can feed my family. That's a lie. It will change you. You will turn in your family. You will not help your family. That is so important for you to know, because I hear a lot of people saying, well, I'll take the mark so I can go buy food. When you do that, it turns you. You will be a follower of the adversary. You will no longer be a follower of the Father. So you will turn in your family. You will be their enemy. So for any of you thinking that, take that out of your head right now. Get together with your family. Explain to them what could happen and how you will deal with it. And how you're going to deal with it is in silence and in prayer as it's happening. And know that the Father is going to give that person peace. And some of you might not be able to do that. So I'm hoping that those of you that hear this could have rest and prepare yourself. Thank you for listening. I love you guys. God bless you. My husband is Charles. We call him Charlie. He is the stepdad to both my boys.